Hey everybody, what's going on? Joe coming at you. I hope everybody's having a good weekend, the start of one at least. The weather around here is going to be perfect. I don't know what it's like in your area, but I hope you're enjoying some nice weather too. Today I want to start talking about something very important that I see a lot of mistakes made in. And before I get started, we're going to be talking about business and mistakes that people make starting out in business. And I think this is something we've all that have been in business have made mistakes, and we can learn off each other if we just open our eyes and watch. Second thing, some of the stuff I'm going to say, like most of my posts, will probably offend some people, and I'm sorry about that. It's my opinions. I don't let myself be censored. I call it like I see it. You don't have to agree with me. Feel free not to watch if you don't. I understand. We're all entitled to an opinion, and unfortunately, sometimes I speak mine right fluently. So let's get started. Uh, 5 reasons that people make mistakes when opening a small service business, or any business for that fact, but I'm going to use service business as an example. First mistakes is you're opening a business for wrong reasons. There's perfectly good reasons to open a business, and I all for them. But if you're opening it for the wrong reasons, you're doomed to fail before you ever get started. If you are opening a small service business so you don't have to work hard anymore, it's not going to work. Running a small business takes a lot of work, a lot more work than you will probably put in as an employee working for somebody else. So if you're looking for easy street, trust me when I say you're going to put in a lot more hours, you're going to put in a lot more time. Uh, the stress level is going to be up there. It's a lot more work than what you realize. It's not easy street opening a small business. Once you get systems in place, yes, you can start taking a little bit easy, but that takes a long time to do that. If you want your business to be successful, it's going to take a lot of hard work from you. So don't open a business just to get out of working hard. If you are opening a small service business so you can be instantly rich, not going to work. Uh, Once you open a small service business, it is going to tie your money up. It's going to tie your time up, and it's going to take a lot. Now, can you make money opening a small business? You damn right you can. But it's not going to come to you overnight, most likely. It's going to take time to build it. Uh, it's, just takes time. So there's going to be weeks when you open up that you're probably going to be wondering, damn, how am I going to eat next week? Because you're trying to put everything back into the business to keep everything running. Again, once you get systems in place and all that, then you find out it's a lot better. Fame. If you're opening a small business up so you can say, hey, I'm a business owner, and you can have the fame or notoriety of it or something like that there, guys, it's not going to work. Once you open a small business, if you put the time and effort into it that it needs to, you're going to find out you have less friends than what you did when you were just an employee for somebody else. So keep that in mind. And by no means am I saying not to open a small business. I'm saying open it for the right reasons and with the understanding of what it's going to take to get it off the ground. Another common mistake that people make when they open a small business is equipment. Now I'm going to use window cleaning and pressure washing, or pressure washing specifically as an example for this. There's all kind of pressure washing equipment you can buy, and I see so many companies. They have no contracts lined up. They've decided to be a pressure washer, and they go out and invest anywhere from 20,000 up to 50,000 plus in a pressure washing trailer with all this nice fancy equipment. That's great. And yes, I'm smoking again. You know me. If you got the money to do it, that's fine. But remember, that equipment, if you're going out putting $50,000 in from the gate, that's $50,000 in debt you're starting out with. My personal suggestion on equipment is start out with a little bit less. As you sell jobs where you can justify that equipment, then upgrade. You definitely don't want to be using a Home Depot pressure washer. Now, let me say that. I'm not one bit saying that you want to be doing that. But you can turn around and take and start out with a little bit less equipment and build it as you go. You don't want to start your business all $50,000 in debt. You don't sell a job the first week, you're done bankrupt before you even get started. So be very careful with what equipment you buy, that is what your company and what your pocket can afford without putting you so far in debt that you can't come back out of it no matter what you do the first week or two. Another common mistake, and I don't think anybody has this 100% figured out, is advertising. You're going to do all kinds of advertising, and you're going to find out some of it pays off, some don't, and you're going to get online in forums, and you're going to ask about advertising, and there's going to be 100 different people come at you with different ways telling you this is how to advertise. On top of that, starting out a small business, you're going to have 1,000 people calling you up wanting you to advertise with them. Oh yeah, we're going to turn this. Let me tell you something. Advertising is tough. It's one of the hardest things you will figure out in your business. What is the proper method? You're going to make mistakes on it. Set you an advertising budget and keep it. Don't go over that advertising budget. For a simple reason. You don't want to be turning around taking and putting 80% of your money into advertising. You only got 20% to operate on, and then you're going to be bankrupt. So you have to do your advertising a little bit at a time. Try to figure out what is working for you. Blanket advertising is nice, and when I say blanket advertising, I'm referring to you're going out, you're posting on social media, you're sending out cards, you're doing this, you're putting billboards up. That's great. That will get you work. But if you are putting 80% of your company's profit into advertising, it's not going to work, guys. So you got to set you a thing and keep trying different things. Do it a little bit at a time. Another common mistake that people don't take into instance when they open a small service business is employees. Employees and good employees are very hard to find. When we're in the forums and stuff like that, that's one of the biggest things we hear is people trying to find employees. As you start out the first couple of days, the first thing everybody wants to do is the same mistake, and they want to hire friends, family, and that's great. You think you can trust these people. Be honest with you, my personal suggestion is stay away from the friends and the family. Now, I know some of y'all are going to disagree with me, and there are exceptions to the rules. Most part, hire employees outside of your friends and family. You will lose friends and family by hiring them on to start out your business very quickly. So, think about that. Another thing is bad apples. You hire employees and you're going to get bad apples, and it's going to get frustrated, and you're going to be ready to shut the doors because you just get one bad employee. It happens, guys. It takes time to build a good crew. So plan on investing time into that. Now, the last thing is trying to buy help. This, to me, is the biggest mistake made in any small service industry. And that is what I call trying to buy help. There are experts in every forum, in every group that are out there, and they are trying to sell you this service or that service, and if you sign up with them, you're going to instantly make it, and blah, blah, blah. We've all heard the spiels. And they call themselves coaches. They call themselves buddies of yours. And all it takes for them to be your friend is send them $1,000, and they're going to send you this DVD or CD or pamphlet that tells you how to get rich in business. Guys, 95%, if not more, of that shit is just that bullshit. They are what I call the silver-tongued devil. They are getting rich not by helping you, per se, but by getting you to buy their product. So needless to say, they are good at selling their product. So yes, you can watch them and learn off of them. But if you think that this person is just out there doing this because they really give a shit about you, you're special kind of ignorant. Now, there are exceptions to the rules, and I'm going to name a few exceptions of people that I've seen it out there, and they're trying to help people, and they're really interested in seeing the industry do better. Joshua Latimer with the Growth Vault. Man, that's an excellent system. I love what he's got going on there. And yes, he does charge for us, so the Growth Vault's not free, Radius Bomb and all that, but I tell you what, he acts like he really gives a shit and understands where we come from. Another one, Ron Musgraves. Now, everybody knows Ron. He gets into forums and posts probably more than I do, and that's a lot. And has been doing it for a lot longer than I have. But he really gives a shit about people. And you can tell that by the passion in his posts and stuff like that. People like that is one thing. But these other guys that are out there trying to sell you a service, and you think you're going to buy the service, and next week your business is going to be on top, and it's going to be perfect, guys, it don't work that way. If you believe in all this stuff they're selling, I will sell you some land, oceanfront property down here in Whiteville, North Carolina. And I'm going to tell you right now, there is no ocean in Whiteville, North Carolina. So be careful of that stuff. If you want to learn how to do the industry, find a mentor. That's what my suggestion is. People find somebody who's been in the industry for a while. Offer to help them out free of charge to, do it. To learn from them. Find somebody whose business is what you want your business to be, and then learn off of them if at all possible. That's the way you learn. Uh, Understand you're going to make mistakes in small service industry. It's going to be hard work. But guys, it's worth every bit of it as long as you go in and don't make the same mistakes time and time again. What's the old saying? Anybody makes the same mistakes time after time and expects a different result is pretty stupid. Well, that's the truth. So listen to the old timers that have been in the industry that know what's going on. Try to learn off of them, and don't go in expecting all these other things and to be rich overnight. It don't happen that way, guys. It takes hard work. It takes a lot of work. So this is Joe coming at you. Oh, and by the way, let me put this little disclaimer in there. I'm not rich yet either. I'm still like you guys. I'm running 2 to 3 trucks at a time. Last couple weeks, matter of fact, we were slow as we could be, slowest time I ever saw, and I was sweating on what I was going to do on payroll and stuff like that. So trust me, I'm in the same boat everybody else is. I haven't made it gigantic yet either. I'm going to because I got hard work and good ethics on and a good plan. But I'm in the same boat y'all are. So take it one step at a time and think every decision out carefully. This is Joe. I'm out of here. Everyone have a great one.